Hey everyone, my name is Zelda and you are watching Zelda Sews. Welcome to or welcome back to my video. Yes, I am wearing my sleeveless dress. I actually wore it out to pick up the mail and to drop off a package. So I'm pretty pleased with this. It is different. It's very different, but I wore it around the house all day and then I said, I'm going out. So I'm excited. But today I'm coming to share with you that I am going to make this pattern here, Simplicity 9670. And the reason why I picked this is for this bag right here. You can see that. It is a tote, and I bought a lot of supplies to go with my scripture writing, and I wanted a bag to put it in, and I wanted something pretty. So I saw this and I picked up some pink fabric similar to that. So I'm going to make the bag up with using this pattern. So I'm going to get started on here, and I will share a little bit of the ins and outs of it, and then I will show you the bag at the end. So if that's something that interests you, please keep watching.
Hey everyone. Okay, I am working on Simplicity 9670, the bag, and I have cut out my pieces right here, and one says cut the front and back, cut 4 fabric and cut 4 of the interfacing. I understand that. The handle says cut 2 of fabric, and then it says further on down cut 2 of interfacing. I understand that. We'll cut 4 fabric, cut 4 the interfacing for pattern piece number 1. Pattern piece number 3, same thing. It says cut 4 fabric and cut 4 of interfacing. I understand these. What I do not understand, and this is of my main fabric, which is over here. I picked this fabric here. This is my main fabric. I flipped it so that the right sides are together, because it says to make sure the right sides are together. For pieces 4, 5, and 6, piece 4 is this large one here, front and back pocket. Now it says cut 2 of contrast fabric 1, and then cut 2 of contrast fabric. Let me put this here. Cut 2 of contrast fabric number 2.
A bag maker, so don't laugh too hard at my mistakes.
I am not sure. There's nothing labeled here that says contrast fabric 1 and contrast fabric 2. So I'm not sure if this means to cut the main fabric, cut 2, and then cut 2 of the contrast. I'm not really sure what they mean by these numbers next to here. Hopefully I will have figured it out, because I am working on it right now. Piece 5 is the side pocket, and this one I believe was okay. No, it says cut 2 of contrast fabric 1, cut 2 of contrast fabric number 2. What I'm going to do is contrast fabric number 1 is going to be the main fabric, and contrast fabric number 2 is going to be this fabric back here, which is the contrasting fabric. And then the bottom I know that goes with the contrasting fabric. It says cut one of the contrast fabric 1 and same thing, and cut 1 of contrast fabric 2 and then cut 2 of interfacing. So I'm going to give it a go and cut it out just the way I just shared it with you. And hopefully it will turn out nice. It's going to be a usable bag. Either way, it's going to be a usable bag. Okay, so we'll go cut all these out and start with the instructions. Bye. Okay, I'm bringing you in on my journey here. I am working on these steps here, and it says here, I did the front and back pocket sections on, I folded that, and then I pinned it to here where it says pin pocket cut of contrast 1 to front and back sections. So the front and the back sections is this what I cut 4 of. Okay. And that, I'm sorry, that's the front and the back pocket. I meant to say front and back. I cut 4 of these and 4 of interfacing. And I have done that and interfaced that. So this, I'm sitting to the side. My confusion was step 4 where it said pin, I don't know if you can see that clearly, I'm going to just bring it down, I'll read it. Pin pocket cuts of contrast 2. I thought this was something you did for a different type of, something different. You actually have to cut this out. So cut 2 of the contrast fabric, it just says 2. 1 is outside and 1 is inside. That's what I'm gathering from here, because this is for the outside pocket as shown, and this is for the inside pocket as shown. So, all right, here I go. I'm going to cut out 2 more contrast fabrics so that I can stitch. This is for the outside, and then the 2 for the inside. And there's Carol. Hi, Carol. Okay, I just realized something else. Right here, side pocket. It says to cut 2 of contrast fabric 1 and then cut 2 of contrast fabric number 2. I thought those were different styles of bags, but it's not. You actually have to cut 2 of that and 2 of that for the pocket. And so now I didn't have enough of this left. So I made the contrasting fabric. Sorry, that's a train outside. I made it with this fabric here. I'm gonna look to see if I have any other pink fabric that I can throw in there, but I don't think I do. All right, moving on. I am slowly getting this. This is the inside bag that I am making. I mean the outside bag. I've pinned the bottom, and I chose to pin it because it was easier than the clips. I usually clip, but when I don't want something to move, I pin. And you do the same thing on the inside bag, except for you leave an opening so that you can flip the bag. Ta-da! I wanted to show you on my bag when I was stitching the bottom piece on. I know they ask you to pivot. I can't figure out how to pivot right, so I stitched straight across, and then I put a dot, a blue dot, with my water erasable pen. Hopefully you can see that. And I put it there, and I also put it at the end here, and this is just where these 2 points will meet to stitch again. So let me show you. I apologize for the wobbling, but this stand is on my table. Okay, so I put my presser foot down. Actually, I'll put it up again, straighten that up. I'm gonna push this little black piece in, and it locks the pressure foot flat, and it just unlocked. Let me push it in again. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and start, and I have my reverse button on and the cutting scissors so that when I get to the end of the other side, it will cut. And then I just stitch along. The seam allowance is 1/2 inch. Okay, now I'm coming close to this end here. I'm going to take this pin out to get it out of the way. I can feel the ridge here. Can you see the dot? Hopefully you can see that little dot. When I get right up on it. Okay, I'm right up on it. I'm going to go ahead and cut. Reverse and cut. Okay. I'm going to take this out. I'll flip this bottom piece over. Let me remove these pins here so I don't keep sticking myself. Okay. Now I will pin this down here. This piece, I'll do the same thing. I'm going to feel for that ridge and put a dot. It should be about 1/2 inch in, but you can put a dot or you can mark the whole line. It's just easier for me to put the dot. I can see it, and it's water soluble. And see, came close to there. I probably could have did another stitch, but that's okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and, ouch, try not to stick myself. That stitches right to the blue dot. Now I'm going to turn and do this last one. Flip this bag underneath that way. That piece is already, bring this bag this way, bring this bag down. That one is marked over there. And you can use a pin if you'd like. I just like to use something that I can see better underneath this. Presser foot. Okay. Okay. All right. The bottoms of the bags are attached. I'm going to take this over to the serger and serge these. Well, I hope that was enjoyable to watch. There are just a number of other projects you can do with this pattern. This is cute. It looks like it holds your scissors. It's just cute. Here's another bag. I think it's an iron bag, which is nice. Picnic bags. But this right here is that right there. And I am so excited I got it done. That is my scripture writing bag that I'm going to use for my Bible and my pens and pencils and things like that. Okay, the instructions. The instructions are on one page, page 3. And I thought I'm just going to go one by one and I will get this. I did not make the connection that I was putting a bag inside of a bag. It just did not click until I don't even know when it did. But it did. It finally clicked and I made the bag. Now, it has pockets here and on the other side. I did some decorative stitching, but then my machine started acting up, so I just changed it over to this decorative stitch here and finished it off that way. It has pockets on the inside as well. I ran out of this outer fabric color, so I used this fabric I picked up from Walmart. If you can see that in there. That one right there. And it's a pocket. So there's pockets on the inside. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pockets on the inside. So neat. I think, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sorry, 6 pockets on the inside. I'm going to say there's not 8. I didn't portion out 8, but it's nice. You can put your phone in a pocket. You can put some pens and pencils in a pocket there, but it's wide enough and deep enough. And on the inside, you flip it inside out, and it's beautiful. It turned out great. I used fusible fleece so that it would sit the way it is sitting. I bought the whole bolt. Now, why did I do that? Oh, I know. I plan on making some Christmas gifts that require fusible fleece. So that is why. So the steps were fine up until I didn't understand. Oh, well, the interfacing, I should have known when I had number 6. You had to cut the bottom of, it said cut 1, I thought, and then it said 1 of contrast. Anyway, I figured it out. It took me a little while, but I figured it out. I enjoyed making this. I will definitely make another bag because I like all the pockets and it's just so cool. Anything that I can tell you, just take one step at a time. And on step number 10, when you're putting on the handles, it just tells you with the seam facing upward, pin handles to upper edge of outside front and back section. You turn I thought this was the fusible fleece, but it's not. It's the contrasting fabric. This is on the right side, so you flip it inside out. They don't tell you to flip it anywhere. It just says, it just skips that. It just doesn't tell you to flip it. I think if it told me to flip it, that might have helped me a little bit so that I wouldn't pin it to the wrong piece, but I did not. I pinned it right. And the handles, they're good for, you know, put your arm through. Nothing you can put up on your shoulder. It's definitely a handbag, a tote bag like this, or just on your arm like that. I mean, to hold it, which I can't show you here. You can hold it like that. Very proud of that. Very, very, very proud of that. You're not getting away without a scripture. No, no, no. We have been studying the 23rd Psalm in church, and we were on verse 2. He leadeth me beside the still waters. And sometimes we go through so many things, and we have to remember that God is our shepherd. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the second part of it. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. Sometimes life is going so crazy, we can't see the end. We're trying to figure it out and do crazy things, but God leads us beside those still waters, and it's refreshing. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video, and you'll see me on my next, well, I will see you in the comments, and you'll see me on my next upload. Bye for now.